in flights, a mandatory reduction that's set to go up to 6% tomorrow and 10% on Friday if there isn't a deal that's reached. Now, Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy was on the weekend talk shows discussing the fact that these are decisions driven by safety, not politics. We have heard from the Air Traffic Controllers Association, the president of it, that this is absolutely unprecedented territory, the most dangerous conditions that controllers have been forced to work in. There are some 14,000 of them that are not getting paid right now. As far as the economic fallout is considered, according to Airlines for America, every single day that goes by, if we hit that 10% reduction, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $280 to $580 million lost to the economy per day. It is obvious how disruptive this has been to Americans all over the country and to the U.S. economy, and the pressure is on right now to try to rectify this. As the Secretary says, this could be reduced to a trickle with the Thanksgiving Day holiday travel coming up in just the next couple of weeks. High stakes for everyone involved. Sam Brock, NBC News.
Flights at Sacramento International Airport still aren't being cut, but many passengers are still feeling the impact through connection delays. And if the shutdown doesn't end this week, the FAA is planning to cut air traffic 10% on Friday. If that happens, it could mean about 4,400 canceled flights each day. That means that for some travelers, return flights could be up in the air. The aviation industry says recovery depends on how long the shutdown lasts and how quickly airlines can get staffing and flight schedules back to normal. The president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, Nick Daniels, held a press conference in Washington, D.C. today demanding lawmakers end this government shutdown. He urged Congress to act quickly as many workers are struggling to make ends meet.
No American should ever be forced to work without a paycheck. To not pay someone for the work that they have performed is un-American, and failing to pay that workforce that keeps our sky safe is not acceptable, and it is not sustainable.
Around the same time this press conference was taking place, President Trump posted a long message on social media threatening air traffic controllers who called out of work. He said, quote, "All air traffic controllers must get back to work now. Anyone who doesn't will be substantially docked," end of quote. President Trump also went on to praise those who haven't taken any time off during the shutdown. With the government shutdown still in the air, Northern California businesses are continuing to step up to help out others. Pet Evolution is a pet store in Folsom, and they're launching a month-long pet food drive to help families impacted by the shutdown. Customers can buy food in store and donate it, or drop off unopened wet or dry pet food. The store will deliver it to shelters in need. The owner says he wants to make sure nobody has to choose between feeding themselves and their pets.
You know, when COVID happened, people were making decisions, okay? And we should have learned from that. We learned from all of that. You know, there has to be that human element.
With some of the shutdowns and whatnot, it's got to be a huge help to anybody who is in need of pet food.
The drive continues until the end of November. They're currently accepting dry and wet pet food and kibble for cats. Sacramento